Hey guys, what's up? The Green Mech here, back for another podcast episode. It's been a minute. It's been about 2 weeks or so, a little bit more than that since the last podcast. I am sorry. Been busy and I don't know, it's been kind of crazy lately, just stuff going on, and didn't really know what to talk about either. And this is gonna be, I think, episode number 6. I haven't been numbering these, I've been just giving them regular titles. But I gotta say, there's like a hump that you gotta get over when it comes to doing podcast episodes, especially if you're anything like me. It's like you do a bunch, not even a bunch, like I've only done 5, and it's like, oh, gotta get over that, that little hump. It's like, oh, I did this many, and then all of a sudden I didn't for 2 weeks, and now what? it's silly. It's really silly. So not so much of a topic today, but really just talking to you guys about what's going on. So as you may know, I think it was back last fall. It was around September, October, around that time, that I decided to start streaming, like for real, for the first time, like learning OBS, getting all the proper equipment set up, and green screen, all that, make it look as pretty as I could with the equipment that I already had and what I could afford to get. It was still relatively budget, but in my opinion, it looked pretty dang good for someone who didn't have a lot of money, because I already had a capture card and I already had a webcam, even though it needs to be updated, and I kind of got some lights that they do the job with a it's like a 8 by, I think, 7 foot piece of green felt, like a kind of like I can't find the word. It's a soft material that sometimes sweatshirts are made out of. Fleece. It's like a fleece blanket, and it's lime green, and it does the job for the green screen. If you're looking on the video, you can see it works pretty good. And I have just like a LED light right in front of me, and then I have one up above. It's a LED light bar, just throwing some light on the green screen, and it works all right. It's pretty decent, but I did what I could with what I had. I did buy the blue snowball here with a arm to hold it, because that's really one of the only things I needed. I was using a headset with a mic, and I wanted something a little better than that. So anyways, I tried that and I liked it, and I was following Broman and T-Rex on Twitch pretty closely with their podcast about streaming, and it really got me intrigued. And I'm like, my passion is video games, and I've always wanted to find a way to play video games and make that a thing. And I did try streaming a little bit a long time ago, but I didn't have like a face cam or a mic on or nothing. I just streamed the game, and I did it like twice, and then I let go of it. But they really inspired me to actually try, and so I was doing that, and I just had a really hard time coming up with the time to stream more, like as often as I could, because that was like a thing in my head. I was like, I need to be streaming all the time, when really not always like that. Like, if you can be really consistent for like a 2 or 3 hour stream, then that's alright. But to me, I really wanted to have the time available so I could stream like 6 hours, like 4 to at least 6 hours 5 days a week. I would love that. That would be amazing, but I just don't really feel like I have the time. And so that brings me to the ultimate topic of this entire podcast. Anybody who's wondering, I don't know if any of you that have followed up over on Mixer, if any of you are wondering where I've been, and you happen to catch the podcast, I just kind of fell out of it because I really feel like if I can't do a consistent amount of streams, like if I can't do, like, say, I don't know, if I can't commit to 1 or 2 streams at a certain time for a certain amount of time a week, then why do it? Because I don't want to be all over the place. I don't want to be that guy who he just throws the stream up whenever. I mean, some people that works. Like, if you already have a big community that waits for you to show up, then that's cool. But when you're starting out, you really should be consistent, in my opinion anyway. And so that's the thing. If any of you are wondering where I am, that's where I am. I don't have the time available in my life right now to just stream consistently for whichever days. In the future, hopefully near future, I want to change that and be more consistent, and that would be amazing. So from here forward until you hear different, there may not be any streams at all for the next, I'll throw a number out there, maybe 4 to 6 months. And if there is, they're gonna be kind of infrequent, unless I can figure something out and be like, okay, I'm gonna stream this day and that day at this time for this amount of time, no matter what. Unless I figure that out, then assume that I'm not gonna be really getting anything consistent together for the next several months. Possibly moving soon. Don't know. I say possibly because I don't know when, but it's definitely happening. So that's it. I want to try and keep doing the podcast once a week, preferably on Mondays, and I want to keep doing Review the Brew on preferably Fridays, and that's what we're gonna be doing. So if you are catching this on the podcast or catching this on YouTube, I thank you very much for watching and listening. And hit me up on Twitter at @thegreenmech.tv. You can see all my socials right here. That's where you can find me for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Mixer, and Twitter. So hit me up there. I'm gonna try my best to network more. I'm so terrible at it, guys. So hit me up there. Thanks for listening. I appreciate every one of you who tunes in and hangs out. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and take care.